Hello everybody. So today we're going to go ahead and cover how to create a circle and then how to add an animation button to it so that you can control aspects of the circle. Okay, so first and foremost, we will begin as per usual, which means that make sure that you have signed in using your LAUSD account. Once you've signed in, we tend to clear the page. So what this means is we click to get rid of the axis, and then we click to get rid of the grid. All right. Now this is pretty normal, and so once we've done that, we continue. The first thing you're going to do is you're going to select a circle. So you're going to create a circle, and the circle choice you're going to select is the one that reads center and radius. So as you can see on the picture, you're going to select this circle choice, and then you'll be able to create a circle with a center point and radius on it. Click anywhere on your screen. I chose more or less the center of my particular screen. Now once there, you're going to get an extra window. On that particular window, you are going to choose the size. For my example, I chose the size of 3. You could have chose bigger or smaller. It will be depending upon the size of your screen, of course. Okay, that's going to give you a circle. Now once it gives you that particular circle, you are going to be able to move it around, so you can move it up, down, all over, so by clicking on the point A. But what you'll notice is that you will not be able to make it bigger or smaller. It's already a fixed size. Okay. The next thing you do is you're going to go ahead and add a line that's going to go right through point A all the way across, and you want to make sure that it hits the edge of the circle. As soon as it hits the edge of the circle, now it doesn't matter where you click, as long as you click somewhere along the edge of the circle. You don't want to be outside or inside the circle, you want to be right on the edge. Once you've created that, you're going to move through and create a perpendicular line. Keep in mind that when you create a perpendicular line, what happens here is you want to make sure that it goes right through point A. You're not going to create an extra perpendicular line on point B. You only need one perpendicular line in this case, and it's going to go right through point A and that extra line that you just created. All right. Okay. Once there, starting on point B, you're going to go ahead and start adding some line segments. Okay, when you add the segments, you're going to go to point E and make sure that you end up with an image similar to what you see there. Make sure that it's always connected to the intersection where the circle and the line meet. Okay, once you're done, you're going to end up with something that looks almost like a diamond shape, kind of surrounded by the circle in the middle. The only thing that can go wrong in this part of the construction is when you click on it and you don't actually hit the edge. So if you don't hit the edge and the intersection where the line and the circle meet, that might create a point that has too much mobility. In this situation, you just want to make sure you're hitting right at the intersection. Okay. Now this is how we usually get rid of the stuff we don't want to see. So we kind of hide objects. So if you notice, I hit the circle, I hit the original line that I created, and then the perpendicular that went through it. Okay. So once that happens, okay, there is an alternative to this step. So if instead of clicking on the side, you were to go ahead and select this little tool, okay, then what's going to happen at that point in time is that it's going to open a brand new window, and you simply are going to select the object first. Make sure that like in this situation, make sure that you actually click on the circle. Then it's going to change the image here on the side. So in here, in this general area, you're going to end up having properties for the circle in this case. And then you can go ahead and show it or hide it depending on your preference. Do the exact same thing with both the line and the perpendicular that basically is around here somewhere. All right, so that would be the next step. Now once you have that, you then have all the steps you need to be able to create what we are going to call a button. This is going to be like our animation button. Alright, so select that item. Once you select that particular item, you want to go ahead, and this is what you want to call it. So the first button is going to be called run, the second, and the animation, or rather the code that goes with it, is going to say start animation at B. Alright, so I have a short explanation there as to what that means. By the way, this is the name of the point, so if I had a different point that I wanted to have this property for, I would give it that name. So let's say that this point was not called B. Let's say this point was called C. Then that would be the only change there. Press OK when you're done. For the second button, you're going to go ahead and you're going to call it stop, and it's going to be the same script. Okay, except that now we're going to tell the computer that we want this operation to stop, so we call it false. That will be the way that we stop the animation from continuing. Press OK when you're done. Okay, and so at this point in time, all you have left to do is to actually test it out. Alright, so what happens on this one is that if this were your actual PowerPoint, you should be able to actually click on it, and then you would see the object start spinning around. Since we don't have that, like at this point in time, I don't have that ability on this video. The best I can do with it is just tell you that you would be able to click on run, click on stop, you would see it move, you would see it stop. Okay, these are going to be the steps you're going to follow. I hope that made sense, and feel free to leave comments or to let me know if you still need additional help.